Hey, what's up? It's Tectonic, and today we're doing some Planet Coaster. So what I'm starting with is what I did right at the start was I took a janitor and I threw them at the end of the park, and I finally cleaned up all that garbage that was just sitting outside the park. And in the episode, you'll find out that's made a huge improvement on guest happiness. It's unbelievable. First impressions count. Uh, so what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a sort of sci-fi area. I'm just seeing what new stuff they've added. We do build a building. It's not the greatest looking thing, and I'm aware of that. It's the first sci-fi building I've ever built, so I'm sorry if it's disappointing, but I did my best. Okay, guys, I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah. So here I'm just trying to see what might fit. That's a little power generator stuff. Uh, yeah, that's apparently a shop front. It looked weird, and it looked like something I built, and that was terrible, by the way. Like when I first got this game, Christmas of last year. Uh, so yeah, a couple of things that I was checking is throughout this part is money, which has gradually, ever so slightly, been declining ever since. Uh, Basically, for the past few parts, money has started to become an issue, and my only thought is, well, I don't actually have any thoughts. That's the one thing. I've tried one thing, which I do this episode, which is I build another coaster, because coasters seem to always turn a bunch of money. It so far hasn't exactly been a money spinner, though. Um, so hoping that changes. Yeah, so in here, I actually built a floor in this building. That's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, build a floor. I also put these little computer thingamabobbers in there because I thought it looked weird if there was no floor. I added a bit of an entry gate. Maybe sometime I'll change the color of that. Here I'm just adding some bizarre things to the wall, just to spice it up a bit. I added a catwalk later. Added a fence inside. I should really change the color of that. The red and the white really doesn't work. I added a fixer robot that fixed that, and some helmets. I eventually added people. Like, yeah, and also that thing is triggered by the monorail coming by. Yeah. I also put a couple of fueling stations. I eventually put a turret on top of that place. Yeah, because it did have some aliens attacking and got some humans that were like, yeah, nothing is wrong. There a lot of the big thing about the sci-fi stuff is it's huge. Like almost everything is huge. Like I tried to put Mutt in here. I don't know if I can't remember if Mutt is still here, but Mutt is huge. Mutt is just gigantic. Yeah, so here I am trying to build a catwalk. The catwalk really needs its colors changed as well. Yeah, and I got some nice fences in here. I do like the fences. The fences are really Star Warsy kind of fences. And yeah, we got of course our staircase. The staircase coming up to the floor. I added a computer terminal and got some cords. And I finally figured out how to use the typing animatronic, which really bothered me because I couldn't figure out how it worked. Here's me trying to fail getting cords. Anyways, yeah. So this building took a lot of time. Like the Western buildings were relatively simple. Like they're not super detailed or anything, but like they. I'm not very good at making detailed stuff. It just kind of, it really doesn't work for me. So, yeah. Also added all these random biopod cargo things. The monorail is constantly running, but I don't actually think there's anyone on it until like this episode. So yeah, I'm not entirely certain on that though. Yeah, here's me just trying to find something that's already pre-made. Yeah, here's my attempt at putting mutton here, and I can't remember if he stays. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he didn't. Oh, that's sad. I liked Mutt. Mutt is cool. I'm just checking thoughts. Things are getting better. If anyone has suggestions on how to make lots of money, I am all ears. Anyways, so here I try the new picnic stuff that is introduced in the update, the anniversary update. Also added this arch here. I don't know. I'll probably get rid of that at some point. And some I don't there really isn't much sci-fi plants, which means I have to resort to scenery, and that's not really working out very well for me. So, yeah. Okay, so I guess. Oh, here I do something kind of swanky. The mountain. I thought the mountain in which the Thunder Mountain roller coaster, Mountain Cruiser, looked kind of dodgy. So I slumped the mountain a bit. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm building a picnic spot first. Whoops. It's been a day since I recorded this. Yeah. So things to look forward to for the episode is there's a coaster build. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I added some trees because I thought this area felt bare. Compared to other areas in the park. Anyways, yeah. So here I am, just basically swinging up the terrain. Yeah, and that's the end of the time lapse. Going into live mode. Oh wait, I built a lake. Never mind. So yeah, I built this lake thing, and yeah. Yeah, I lied. Okay, now we're going live. Cool. Okay, so into the real-time segment of the English language is my friend. The real-time segment of doing building and all that stuff. So what I've realized is absolutely nobody comes back to this Ferris wheel. These rides, they all do not turn a profit. Absolutely no rides in this area turn a profit, and I think the issue is there is no roller coaster in this area, because roller coasters are absolute people-bringing machines. They just flock to coasters. I've realized something we don't actually have in this park is a junior coaster. I mean, we have Spiracha Spiral, which I believe is the only coaster in the park that's not doing inversion aside from Wild Woody. When think about this ride doesn't do an inversion, but it's 200 feet tall, so I don't see a kid riding that. This one is not very tall. It's probably one of the most tame roller coasters in the park, but despite all that, it is still pretty insane, because I remember as a kid being petrified of loop-de-loops, and this has 3 inversions, if I'm not mistaken. This ride just has a million inversions, so, this roller coaster is too tall, and I mean, might be, if that isn't the most tame ride, then this is, and I wouldn't exactly call this tame, because this ride's enormous and has some pretty insane drops at some parts. So, yeah, so we really should well, I guess this could also be considered a child ride, but, I mean, still, this is a pretty intense roller coaster. So, I believe what we should really do is get one that's a truly tame roller coaster. So, the junior coaster, so we have got the Wendigo or the Dragon. I think the Dragon, because we're in a desert, and deserts are hot, and dragons breathe fire, and fire is hot. Alrighty, so, my camera is really slow for no reason whatsoever. Let's build this on this side. Maybe get it in keep it in this general area. There are a lot of roller coasters in this park, and I do realize that. Actually, you know what? There's nothing that ever seemed... I don't think we're ever going to put a flat ride there, so You know, you might as well put a roller coaster. I think exit and entrance should possibly, yeah, that'll work. Auto tunnels should most definitely come off. Next thing about this coaster is it can actually turn and go up a chain lift at the same time, which is something I really wish other coasters could do. I mean, okay, we do have the train here, and I do think at some point we should really move the train track and probably even put a stop there. Actually, you know what, let's do that before we build this, because this is sort of right now in the way. So let's close that, edit the track. I kind of like it going through these tunnels. I mean, I didn't like it before, but I kind of like it now. It feels kind of interesting and cool. Cool is a synonym for interesting, so that was a very redundant sentence. So this train will probably really, that should probably come down a bit. It's not quite touching the ground. That might have been a tad too far. Okay, that's true, going underground there. Let's bring that just a wee bit down. Looks like right to there. And then bring that up to... It needs to go... Yeah. Man, that's picky. Okay. Maybe down a degree. And then back to 0. Okay. That worked. Except I do need it to turn here. That is banking. That should not be banking, though. And maybe we'll just use angle snap and have this slightly float. It doesn't look terrible. That is a very relaxed turn. That should be far tighter. Let's get that to a pretty tight turn here. Just, actually, really, it should maybe go like this. Go straight here for a bit. And then we'll make the train around this adequate. And there's the floating person here. Oh, there they go. Okay, never mind. The floating man disappeared. Oh, he moved. I swear there are floating people. My park is infested with floating people. Great. That's not a sentence you hear every day. Maybe that turn is a bit overdramatic. So I really do need a station in this area. Because then it's like you could take the train to the monorail and the monorail to the hidden sci-fi world. Like, I would be working on the sci-fi world right now, but like no one's here. So it would not turn any money, and money is starting to creep up as an issue, so. It's truly becoming an issue, so. Actually, I'm not sure I can really do my turning at all. I do need it to be rather direct. Also, that bridge is now entirely pointless, so we can get rid of that. Which is good. So I'm super fond of the bridge. Should be probably entry and exit on that side. Yeah. Oh, it screws up everything, doesn't it? Because everything has to be the same, doesn't it? And then you can go back to the track. That isn't screwed up. Is this one screwed up? That one's not screwed up. Is this one screwed up? This one looking good. Never mind. Things don't appear to be screwed up. That's good. So this will need to probably creep around the monorail. Just nicely here, angle snap. That is a very, very not tight enough curve. A very not tight enough curve. Nailed it Englishly. Let's turn that around. And really, this will be covered up soon, so it doesn't really matter how abysmal this looks right now, because it will eventually, this area will eventually just be a tunnel, so, or underground, so who cares? Also, it probably won't take this direct route back anyways, so, actually, if it won't take that route back, why am I going around anyways? Because we'll probably bring the train out, like, this way, and have it stop, I don't know, like there or something, and come back around. So really, while I'm working on the sci-fi world, it really doesn't matter what I do here. I could have it go around the outside, and it doesn't really make a difference. In fact, I can make it extremely ugly. I'm the only person. And, also, it shouldn't matter too much, because it's not permanent. Remember, this train, because it can't do the out and back thing, so... In fact, autocomplete. Don't do that, actually. Get rid of this piece right here. Now try autocompleting. That's much better. There we go. Now we can open this. Station 28 does need to be opened. Put the entrance there, the exit there. Entrance just... come down on the masonry sort of dealio. You can have this line come out here. Before I forget, I should probably delete that, and this path that needs to be perhaps that is ugly as all balls. Let's get that look sort of normal. Sort of normal enough. Queue here should probably be like pretty simple. It's a train line. I mean, it's not there. Boom. The lineup should be relatively fast for that. Actually, before I reopen that, I should probably add 6 trains, maybe 5 trains. Can't do. Wait, can I do any more? I can't add 6. Okay, I'll do 6, and all stations are open. So that's pretty good. We do have. There will obviously be one train that's outside a station, but we should have. That's the wrong thing. This ride should have. Don't block the station. Do I actually have to go to each station? I click this one and say, "Don't block the station." That's annoying. It is a rather popular ride though, this train, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty good. I just kind of like how this train goes under all these nice wooden supports and like just kind of blends in, works around the train. Now, before I get too far into this, too invested into this ride, I need to know that I can end it reasonably. So like friction brakes, and then curve it like that. And I should really get out of this camera mode, or the one it was in, and get this to like be friction brakes. There. In fact, that should probably be block brakes, to be honest. We can have more than one car of used cargo at a time. And this will that appears to bank. I don't like that strip right there. It looks pretty dodgy, but whatever. There's nothing I can really do. So, wait, that was a really empty car. So This ride's still turning a profit, right? Last month's profit is down. That's not good. I might need to erase. People say this ride is like super good value, but I do want to see how this ride does. Multiple rides are great value. Everyone thinks rides are great value. That's because there's like a million roller coasters in this park. Let's do $10.50. Because people still say this ride is good value, but we might lose people because they physically don't have enough money to go on this ride. Although there is, I mean, like, there's an ATM right here. I gotta slow down time because we're running at like a rather choppy frame rate right now. Do you still think this ride is cheap? Why are Wild Woodies worth so much more than that? Great. Okay. Hopefully, profits will. Actually, I do want to inspect this for just a little while. I don't have enough money to go on Wild Woody. How much money do you have? You have 20. The group has $26. See, the group has the grandiose amount of cash, so $9.50 might actually still be worth the money. Dragon 2 is incomplete. Right, well, let's finish this coaster. And let's pause time, because the frame rate is so much better. And then from... Alright, so we're at the top. Let's have some insane drop right here. Woo! Oh, screams. Just, like, curl up here. Do some insane twisting. Like 45 degrees. Make that a bit longer on the other end. Let's flatten the bank out right there. And bring that up. Alright, I have a nice airtime hill right there. And bring this in around like that. That's a pretty steep bank. That can go to 60. Holy crap. This coaster's insane. It really isn't. It really isn't. That's a pretty cool little loopy little feature right there. You can get this to come hop on over the train track and maybe pop down there. And in fact, we should probably start testing this because I have a feeling this will be very slow. So that should be 11 kilometers an hour. Actually, no, it should be 12 kilometers an hour. Time needs to run for testing, though, so prepare for frame rate drops. Oh, that's 2 speed. Let's do 1 speed. That's a very long coaster car. That's a very uncomfortable looking bank, but that's actually going pretty fast. Yeah, it's a pretty decent ride. Oh, okay, well, this station clearly does not have, don't block the station enabled, so do that. How's profit going this month? Not terrible. Okay, we need to still finish building this, right? Make it go into an insane overbank curve right here. And then drop down right here. And then pop back up. This is pretty cool. Kids roller coaster. I wish like the theme parks I grew up with had cool coasters like this. Well, the coaster I grew up with was like crappy. It did a couple of loops and then that was it. That's going pretty fast, to be honest. And let's get that to come down and up and over. Wow, that is compact. Oh my goodness. This is an extremely compact ride. And yeah, just tuck that under right there. Maybe not banking quite so hard right there. We'll make it over that. I might not have because the front end of the coaster disintegrated. Okay, so we are running out of speed, so might want to autocomplete right there. And that, of course, does need to be banked on the inside. And that definitely needs to be smoothed. And to be honest, we will not need brakes there. And to be honest, I don't really think this coaster needs to be block section because it's a pretty short ride. But goodness, that is a slow section. Might actually go back here and make that slightly lower. And of course this will need to be smooth. Maybe just smooth a lot of this. That brings it down. Okay. There's several sections that need to be smooth. Like that looked vicious. Actually, we could probably smooth the entirety of that. It stopped making noise for no reason whatsoever. Do you remember back when I played Plants vs. Zombies on an Xbox, and once you got to a certain point in Survival Endless, it got rid of audio just to like compensate for all the calculations it was making. I thought that was a neat feature. Yeah, you're not gonna make it. Stop test. That's a decent roller coaster, I think, at least. I mean, granted, not the most interesting thing in the world, but I did not test the ride. Let's ride it in glorious 22 negative 36 frames per second. This is a pretty fast chain lift. You know what? Pause. I'm gonna go to the track camera just so we don't have the dragging in the way. And here we go. Ooh, the leg. Okay, so not bad here. Pretty smooth. Some pretty insane banks. It gets really fast in that corner right there. Nice airtime hill right there. Down through here. Pretty fast. Not too much to commentate on, really. It's a junior coaster. and then it just goes into the brakes. Yeah, that's a pretty slow ride, but I mean, hey, at least we have a junior coaster now, which is pretty good. There is absolutely no room for an entrance on that side of the track. They have to be on the same side, other side. We could possibly have a flattened surface, like going through like right there, and now if we place the entrance, we could have the entrance over like entrance connecting to that. Actually, the entrance should probably both middle. Entrance will probably be on angle snap right now. Angle go right through here. Oops. And go like through here. And connect up to this path. Well, the exit path connects up to the one that is more local to Wild Woody. There we go. And I think this ride could probably, no, this one can have a priority pass. Just along the side right here, going into there. It's not going to save you a huge amount of time, but yeah, every bit counts. So test this ride, because it has not been tested yet. And we can work, in the meantime, we can work on the exit path, which will not be a length of 3 meters. And we'll do this one bit at a time. Oops, and just bring this in right. There, get rid of angle snap. There we go. It's right next to the. So you have beverages once you get off the ride. Of course, you're going to need a bin. Oh, one thing I have not placed recently, and was introduced in a relatively recent update, is there are now picnic spot. You can now have like picnic areas, and I don't have any in my park, so I think I should get. I put one in the time lapse in the Sci-Fi area, but there isn't actually one in here. So let's get a modern picnic table. Spawn, thank you. Like one right here, right there, right there. There, and there. Actually, these ones in the middle we'll get rid of. Gonna have a couple of bins in the middle. Could also probably have a food shop. Blueprint, because I feel lazy. Blueprint for food. I just used that over there. So, Western food. We can also. I was trying to get this so it doesn't auto snap. And we can get nice 4-meter paths to go into the ground right there, and from here we can get one that goes like that. I would like it if that didn't buckle there, but there's not much I can do about that. There we go. Alright, picnic area, done, bam. This is now tested. We can open this. It's got an excitement rating of poop, a fear rating of poop, and nausea rating of fantastic. Alrighty, I don't have much time left in this part, so I but I will, you know, I'll build the station. Be under walls. Building material, probably not normal material. Looking for the scenery theme. This one will be modern. No, it's a building set. Modern. I mean, we don't really have a fairy world. Fairy tale. Kind of themed area, so. Let's go like that. Can't do it there, right? Duh. So hopefully this ride will bring loads of people over into this area. We made $79 last month. Look at us. Oh dear. Let's get that right there. And as I'm lazy, I'm going to duplicate this and set that over there. Let's go like that and there. And now we can create the archways that go in those said spots. And what roof should we use? Let's use this nice roof. Let's go like that, and that. Oh, whoops, missed. And that. There. Lovely. So we've got that. Please suggest a name for this ride in the comment. Dragons. Because I don't think that's a very good name. Suggest names for other rides in the comments as well. Like, surely, like, I mean, Wild Woody is a great penis joke, but, like, I mean, there's better names for rides. It's like Water Snake as well. Not the world's greatest name. Especially in flat rides, that's another great thing to be naming and stuff. I like Spiracha Spiral. Don't rename Spiracha Spiral. That was pretty good. This coaster, I believe, Mountain Cruiser. Suggest loads of names. Suggest loads of names in the comment section. It'll be fantastic. Also, I don't know if this was in the live the time lapse. Goodness me, the time lapse. I don't know if it was in there, but I did clean the garbage here, so I don't know if that helped the staff rating. Oh, it did. Oh, that was enormous. That was an enormous help. There's only 2% who are really unhappy. So the garbage, like we've improved our first impressions. We've truly improved our first impressions. But anyways, yeah. So now we now have a train system. We got lots of rides. I do believe I closed this. Maybe we should open this up again. Where are you going? We're going to the cube via this ride. The timeline. Does each station cost something different? That's a $2 ticket price. Well, okay, well, I think we should select this station and make the tickets free, because if you get stuck down here with no money, that would be a bit inconvenient. But there are people now down here in the sci-fi world, and yeah. I mean, this was my first sci-fi building, so please don't judge me too harshly, because I'm well aware this isn't the world's greatest sci-fi building. But it's something, and hopefully the next sci-fi thing I build down here will turn out better. Did you just come down here and then now you're going back up? Yeah, anyways. Oh, you got a trait. Don't worry about nausea too much. Right. So this is, we could possibly, build a staircase out of this area. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, the advantage is mechanics and stuff can access this area, and, it would, yeah, be pretty, yeah, mechanics to access this area would probably be the biggest benefit. Also, yeah. Oh, a lot of that money was construction costs. I'm like, oh boy, we were really in debt there. But, overall profit is dwindling, and a lot of that is in park management. So, research, there's nothing. I gotta assume it's either, I think these go under attractions and shot, like, so it's something in here is eating away at our cash, and if you can tell me what it is, I'd appreciate it. It could be like the entertainment, I don't know. We're repaying the most, and the least does the janitors. Most are it's that these guys. Holy crap, we have a lot of staff. Maybe we should fire a few janitors, just to save some money. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Did this turn a profit yet? Just before I leave. Yes, it makes money. That thing seems to more or less break even. It's overall made money in its lifetime though, so that's good. And it never has a lineup. I truly expected that ride to be considerably more popular. Anyways, so enough rambling. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.